fun stuff is the stuff when we're waiting for the stuff.
Yeah.
You got it? What's that?
It was open 5
was open
minutes
the whole
ago.
time?
It's like, who just locked that?
I know. What can you do? All right, fantastic. It's me, Mike Rowe. I'm here at Tulsa Welding School today with Jack Dulles.
Yes, sir.
And this person. Tell me your name again.
Diane Ely.
Diane Ely is here. And look over here. These people are here too. This is Dave, right? And this is Mary. Don't worry about her. She's nobody.
It's another Mary.
And this is another Mary. She is somebody. Jack is just about to take me on a. You're going to take me on a tour?
Yes, sir.
Fantastic.
Yes, sir. Let's go on a tour.
You should come too.
Are you serious? Are you serious?
Hey, man.
One of my instructors. He can
Yeah? What's his name?
Yeah. His name is Louis Diaz.
Lewis?
What's up, Mike?
How you doing, bud?
Good. I'm so happy about what you're doing.
Thanks, man.
You know, it's
I'm
awesome.
happy about what you're doing. What are you doing? Are you calling somebody?
Well, I was going to take a picture.
Let's
with you,
take a
if you don't
picture real
mind.
quick. Let's
if
do it.
you don't mind.
Let's do it.
If you don't mind.
I don't mind at all.
Thank you, sir.
Making friends everywhere I go.
There you go.
Now, this is really what separates us from all the rest of the schools, what we do next, into the pipe. Pipe welding is what we specialize in here.
Right.
Most schools don't do that. So we teach pipe welding, then we go into TIG welding on pipe, then we go down into smaller diameter pipe.
Why the pipe? Is it because of all the shipping nearby?
Yes, no, just because the demand for pipe welding is through the roof. You know,
Yeah.
The demand right now is probably somewhere in the ballpark of 250,000 people short.
Really?
Yeah. This is downhill welding, so like you go to North Dakota right now, they're paying 85 bucks an hour for you to be able to do downhill welding. What is the difference from it? Basically, here at the school and all the rest of the phases, we teach them how to weld uphill. Well, in this one, we're actually teaching them how to weld downhill.
Right.
So,
Now here's a guy who's cleaning up, man.
Now, like I said, we teach welding at this school and we teach ship fitting and steel fabrication. This whole area back here is ship fitting and steel fabrication. You can see some of the mock-ups that we have going on. We get them to work inside this booth here.
Right.
But this is all like confined spaces. You grow through the crawl space and come in here and work. You can see some of their projects are still on the ground and stuff, but it's just work in progress. Like I said, the classes aren't out here right now, they're in the classroom. Because we're going to start providing the metal for them. Instead of a student having to go and cut the metal, we're basically going to cut it with these new equipment. We got the plasma cutters, cut it for them and basically hand it out to them. So a student walks up, here's your piece, Mike, you weld it, come back, here's another piece, Mike, off you go. You know, so it speeds up their production.
Sure.
And it makes the quality of training better.
Awesome.
More consistent. Alright, so this thing's pretty simple to use. Just pull a little gauge here. You adjust your head to what you want. Adjust it there. We'll roll this baby back. Bring our head down. Oh, the bottom.
Plasma cutter. Right.
No funny business.
Been trying to figure out what the next show is, and it's been hard to do. So in the meantime, we started working on this thing called MicroWorks, which was kind of a legacy of Dirty Jobs. You know, we just wanted to take some of the lessons we had learned from working on the show and see if we could do something useful in the real world with them. There are no jobs. You know, there's nothing but doom and gloom. But everywhere I went on Dirty Jobs, I'm seeing help wanted signs. And so we basically played off of that and started to say, well, you know, what's going on with these jobs that are available that for whatever reason people aren't really anxious to do? You know, how can we shine a light on that? And welding was near the top of the list. It's one of the most important jobs I've ever seen. We featured it probably 50 times on Dirty Jobs, and still, you know, there's all this opportunity waiting. So we started setting up a scholarship program and started looking for schools who, you know, people didn't know a lot about, but were doing really great work placing people. You guys were on the list. You know, there are 4 or 5 other ones. Mary's been fantastic. We've done what we can to try and call attention to it. That's why the cameras are here today. That's why I wanted to say hello to you guys. Really just thank you. You're doing great work. The jobs are waiting, you know, and I think it's kind of cool that you're here, and it's a pleasure to be here with you. Anyhow, I'm just taking a random tour. We're just passing through. We're on our way up to New York. There's a bunch of press waiting to talk about this exact thing, which is great. So that's what I'm up to. I'm here for about an hour or so. Obviously, we're getting pictures, but I work with people who know how to weld. I work with people who know how to engineer. I work with people who know how to paint bridges, who know how to repair a sewer. It ain't me. My job is to kind of pass through and go, hey, look, a world without these people is a world I don't want to live in, because when I flush my toilet, I have a certain expectation, right? When I stand up on this platform, which I see has been welded, I have a certain expectation. It'd be awesome if it didn't collapse under my weight. So I'm a fan of what you guys do, but I'm not an expert at all. I have a feeling that welding is going to become one of the big headline stories over the next couple of years. I really do. And as soon as that happens, the shows will follow. TV producers are not the most forward-thinking group. Like when Dirty Jobs went on the air, it was a really tough sell because there were no other shows about work, and nobody thought, like, who would watch? 30 shows have come out of Dirty Jobs since then, and we've got a whole new genre of TV. So it's only a matter of time till I know welding competitions go on all over the country. It's as simple as showing up with a camera, putting it together, and making it interesting. That's why I wound up going to Congress, honestly, because when suddenly nuclear power plants and regular power plants aren't getting built, that affects everybody, so that's kind of a big deal. So that's a long way of saying, I don't know if there's going to be a show about welding competitions, but if we're not building power plants because there are not enough of you guys who are qualified to do the work, you might be headline news.